controversy here. We told you yesterday that Stacey Abrams and John Legend, the event featuring them on Monday has been canceled. On Monday, they planned a nationally televised event that would feature Stacey Abrams and other speakers, and there would be entertainment from John Legend. Well, that event was canceled. The city of Tulsa, they released a number of statements where they were critical of the lawyers for the Tulsa survivors, saying that they made unreasonable demands at the last hour, demanding a $50 million fund be set up. They said that is simply not true. Earlier today, when we covered this morning's march from Carver Middle School all the way down to the Greenwood Cultural Center, I talked with Attorney Demario Solomon-Simmons, who talked about what the city has been saying, blaming them for the event. He says it's not us, but they still haven't done right by the black folks here in Tulsa. Here's that conversation.
Hey, what's up? Attorney Demario Solomon-Simmons, Justice for Greenwood Foundation. We're out here honoring our ancestors, our 3 living survivors, the descendants, and the people here in Tulsa who've been oppressed for 100 years. Here in Greenwood, the most prosperous black community ever was destroyed. 40 blocks decimated, hundreds of people killed, tens of millions of dollars of destruction. And in 100 years, not one penny has been paid. Not one person has been arrested. The city will not even admit their guilt. But today, it comes due. That is what we're here for. Justice for Greenwood Foundation. Support us at justiceforgreenwood.org. Thank you, Roland. We love you. Thank you for being out here supporting us, bro.
Tell us about, so the city released this statement about John Legend, Stacey Abrams, and then they claimed that y'all had an agreement on what?
Yeah, well, first of all, we've been trying to meet with the city and the commission for months, and they would not meet with us. And then at the 11th hour, they said they wanted to sit down, and we said, fine. And we gave them a list of 7 requests to make sure that the $30 million that they raised, that some of that went to these 3 living survivors in our community. And they didn't want to do that. We had no agreement. We also asked to have some.
So again, they claim there was no agreement.
Absolutely no agreement. And they continue their level of deception and deceit that has been part and parcel with the city and the commission from its inception.
And so for the people who don't understand, you have these parallel events. What y'all are doing, then what the city commission is doing, and y'all have made it clear that this is about the community.
That's right. We're all about the community, Roland. It's all about the 3 living survivors. It's all about the people that suffered the harm. It's all about reparations and justice. Where for the city and the commission, it was about making money. That's their own words, cultural tourism. And they were not about trying to do reparative justice. They were not trying to put the people first. That's why they wouldn't even give them 1 penny of the $30 million. They were not going to give that to the community.
Mm-hmm. And so, what's next? I mean, what do you want folks who are watching to understand what they should be doing, what they should be saying?
Absolutely. They should be saying justice for Greenwood. They should be going to our website, justiceforgreenwood.org, signing up to support our survivors, donating to our cause, because we're trying to seek financial compensation, accountability, and making sure the stories of these descendants are known. We have descendants throughout the world. We call it the Greenwood diaspora.
But what people don't realize is that 10,000 people became refugees, and they were spread out across the country.
Absolutely, 10,000 people. At any time, Roland, there may be 15 to 20,000 people in Greenwood. Greenwood was the city for all the black towns around Oklahoma. Greenwood was the crown jewel, and these people lost everything and were dispersed to Kansas City, Dallas, Oklahoma City, New York, Baltimore, California, everywhere. And we're trying to capture those stories and get resources to those people.
All right, then. Give us the website.
www.justiceforgreenwood.org. That's justiceforgreenwood.org. Roland, we always appreciate you. Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told our way, and we cannot be silent. Support Roland Martin. Get down with the Bring the Funk fan club. I am a proud member.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Let's go to my panel here. I want to start with you, Brittany, on the point you just heard there. So here we are, and the city is trying to save face. They're now trying to blame them when Demario actually released a letter that show that they did. They requested $1 million going to each one of the survivors, and then they also requested a fund. But at no point did they say, you have to do this or we will not have the survivors show up. And so the city is trying to blame Justice for Greenwood for their big event being canceled on Monday. They really wanted this nationally televised event, but the people here say, show us the money. But so you still have the game still being played here in Tulsa.
Wow. I mean, everything is just really coming full circle, and it just goes to show you, Roland, that literally nothing has changed, right? It's the changing same. It's unfortunate and it's embarrassing that they don't actually care, even 100 years later, about the survivors, right? And to care about the survivors is, again, it's not just about, oh, we recognize them, we're sorry. It's about putting money in their hands. It's about so much more than that. So, I mean, I wish I could say I'm surprised, Roland, but I'm not.
The thing here, Mustafa, again, you've had these competing events. The City Commission, Tulsa tulsa2021.org. They've been having events for several weeks. I mean, they were trying to have this huge event take place on Monday. President Joe Biden coming in Tuesday, then on Wednesday unveiling the Greenwood Rising Memorial. But even that, they're labeling that museum Greenwood Rising. But who's rising?
Well, you know, we still got these folks, and we got them right there in Tulsa who continue to want to pimp people's pain. I'll say it again, pimping people's pain and making money, as was said before, off of the trauma. If you really want to help someone to be able to move forward, to heal, then you make sure you do the right things. You make sure that the resources go to the community. You make sure that decision-making is happening in collaboration with the community. And you make sure that you also call out the injustices that you were a part of. They've made huge amounts of money from 1921 on out of this community. So it's time for them to make the change. And if not, people should call it out. People should be making phone calls and sending emails and letting them know, all the folks across the country, what your expectations are of how you are going to better support this community and how you're going to make them whole.
Michael.
Brother, you know, they should call that exhibit Getting Over on Greenwood. That's what they should call it, because that's exactly what they're doing. Personally, I don't think, see, from my understanding, the Tulsa Race Massacre Centennial commemoration is controlled by white people and Republicans. That's my understanding of this, okay? I don't think they wanted the survivors there in the first place, because if you have the survivors there, then the survivors are going to talk, okay? And it's really going to expose what's taking place. So then you have a contrast, okay? When No, Michael. They want them there because they want the picture. They want the visual. Yeah, they want the photo op. They want the photo op, like Trump wanted photo ops with black people, right? But yeah, they want the photo op, right? So when Mother Fletcher testified in front of Congress, the House Judiciary Subcommittee, she talked about how $30 million has been raised, right, for this whole commemoration, and none of it is going to the survivors. So they still don't want to address the issue, still don't want to deal with any type of reparations. But it's not, I want to make this very clear, it's not just reparations to the 3 survivors, it's not just reparations to their descendants, it's to the entire Greenwood community. Because we rebuilt Greenwood after the race massacre, but the expressways, the U.S. interstate highways come through and destroy it again in the 1970s. That's federal dollars that destroyed it the second time, okay? So it's not just, you can't just get off paying reparations to 3 African Americans who are 100 years old, 106 and 107. It has to be to the entire Greenwood community. That's where the reparations have to go as well.
Folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Racial injustice is a scourge on this nation, and the Black community has felt it for generations. We have an obligation to do something about it. Whether it's canceling student debt, increasing the minimum wage, or investing in Black-owned businesses, The Black community deserves so much better. I'm Nina Turner, and I'm running for Congress to do something about it.